Have you ever found yourself in the middle of an argument with someone you love, saying things you did not really mean, and later regretting the damage those words caused? Arguments are part of every relationship, but the way we handle them can either bring us closer or tear us apart. That is exactly what we will explore today. And before we begin, make sure to subscribe to this channel. Here we share tips and stories about love, connection, and relationships in a way that is simple and practical. Stay until the end, because I will reveal one powerful method to turn even the toughest argument into a moment of growth instead of destruction. Conflict is inevitable in any relationship. Two people cannot always agree on everything. Differences in opinion, habits, or values are natural. But here is the truth. Arguments do not have to be destructive. What breaks relationships is not the disagreement itself, but how the disagreement is handled. Some couples shout, some withdraw, others bring up old wounds. These patterns over time create walls instead of bridges. The key is learning to argue in a way that protects love while addressing the issue. The first principle is separating the problem from the person. Too often in the heat of the moment, partners attack each other rather than focusing on the actual issue. For example, instead of saying "you never listen to me," a healthier approach is to say "I feel unheard when I share something important." Notice how the focus shifts from blame to expressing feelings. This small change makes a massive difference because it opens the door for understanding instead of defense. Another key element is timing. Not every moment is right for an argument. If emotions are boiling, if one partner is exhausted, or if the environment is stressful, trying to solve problems in that moment can escalate conflict. Healthy couples learn the art of pausing. Taking a break does not mean avoiding the issue. It means creating the right conditions to talk with calm and clarity. Imagine how many fights could be softened if people simply waited until they were both ready to listen. Listening is another powerful tool. Often during arguments, people do not really listen. They wait for their turn to respond. This creates a cycle where nobody feels heard. Active listening means pausing your defense, looking your partner in the eyes, and genuinely trying to understand their perspective. Neuroscience even shows that when people feel listened to, their stress levels drop and they become more open to compromise. It is also essential to avoid destructive language. Words like always, never, or labels such as "you are selfish" or "you are impossible" close the conversation and create resentment. Instead, focus on the specific behavior. Say "I felt hurt when you canceled our plans last minute" instead of "you never care about me." One addresses the action, the other attacks the person's identity. Another science-backed practice is using repair attempts. These are small gestures that signal you still care even in the middle of conflict. It could be a touch on the arm, a gentle smile, or even a phrase like "let's not fight, I love you, let's figure this out." Couples who use repair attempts prevent arguments from spiraling out of control. Managing tone is equally crucial. The same words spoken with anger and sharpness can cause damage. While spoken calmly, they can invite cooperation. Tone carries more emotional weight than we think. Training yourself to soften your voice, breathe deeply, and speak with respect can literally transform the course of a discussion. Do not forget the importance of compromise. Arguments should not be about winning or losing. In a relationship, if one person loses, both lose. The goal is not victory, it is understanding and balance. Sometimes compromise means meeting halfway, other times it means supporting your partner, even if it is not your preference. Compromise builds trust. Forgiveness is another part of healthy conflict. No matter how carefully you argue, mistakes will happen. Someone will say something too harsh or forget to listen. The difference in strong relationships is the ability to apologize and forgive. Holding grudges only poisons love. Letting go repairs it. Finally, here is the truth I promised. Arguments can actually strengthen relationships when handled correctly. Psychologists have found that couples who engage in healthy conflict often have deeper intimacy than those who avoid it. Why? Because arguing shows that both people care enough to engage. and resolving it builds resilience. Every successful argument teaches you more about your partner and about yourself. So the next time a disagreement arises, remember, the goal is not to win the battle, but to protect the bond. Speak with honesty, listen with empathy, and choose love over ego. If this video was helpful, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you do not miss the next insights about building stronger relationships. Leave a like, share with someone who might need these words, and remember, arguing does not have to destroy love. It can actually make it stronger when handled with care. See you in the next video.